ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयत्मुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Reading from Canto 7, Chapter 9, verse number 19. Oh, 18, sorry. Soham priyasya suhrada paradevataya Leela kathastava narsimha virancha gitaha Anjasa tirtamya anugrunan guna vipramuktō Durga nite padayugalaya hamsa sanga Soham priyasya surada paradevataya Leela kathastava narsimha virancha gita Anjasat tirtamya anugrunan guna vipramukto Durga nite padayugalaya hamsa sanga Soham priyasya srihada paradevataya Leela kathastava nrsimha virancha gitaha Anjastitarmya anugrunan guna vipramukto Durga nite padayugalaya hamsa sanga Saha, that Aham, I, Prahlad Maharaj, Priyasya, of the dearmost, Surudha, well-wisher, Paradevataya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Leela Katha, narrations of the pastimes, Tava, your, Narsimha, O my Lord Narsimhadev, Virancha Gita, given by Lord Brahma by the disciplic succession, Anjaha, easily, Titarmi, I shall cross, Anugrunan, constantly describing, Guna, by the modes of material nature, Vipramuktaha, as specifically being uncontaminated, Durgani, all miserable conditions of life, Te, of you, Pada Yuga Laya, fully absorbed in the meditation on the lotus feet, Hamsa Sangha, having the association of Hamsas or liberated persons who have no connection with material activities. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O my Lord Nrsimhadev, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Hamsas, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are very dear to me. I shall chant your glories, following exactly in the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of nescience. Purport. A devotee's life and duties are very well explained herein. As soon as a devotee can chant the holy name and the glories of the Supreme Lord, he certainly comes to the liberated position. Attachment for glorifying the Lord by hearing and chanting the holy name and activities of the Lord, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, certainly brings one to the position where material contamination is absent. One should chant the bona fide songs received from the disciplic succession. In the Bhagavad-Gita, it is said that the chanting is powerful when one follows the disciplic succession. Evam parampara praptam ivam rajarashayo viduhu. Manufacturing many ways of chanting will never be effective. However, chanting the song or the narration left by the previous acharyas, Mahajano ena gathasa pantaha, is extremely effective. And this process is very easy. Therefore, in this verse, Prahlad Maharaj uses the word anjaha easily, accepting thoughts of the exalted authorities through disciplic succession is certainly much easier than the method of mental speculation, by which one tries to invent some means to understand the absolute truth. The best process is to accept the instructions of the previous acharyas and follow them. Then God realization and self-realization become extremely easy. By following this easy method, one is liberated from the contamination of the material modes of nature, and thus one can certainly cross the ocean of nescience, in which there are many miserable conditions. By following in the footsteps of the great acharyas, one associates with Hamsas or Paramhamsas, those who are completely freed from the material contamination. Indeed, by following the instructions of the acharyas, one is always freed from the material contamination, and thus one's life becomes successful. For one reaches the goal of life. This material world is miserable regardless of one's standard of life. Of this there is no doubt. Attempts to mitigate the miseries of the material existence by the material methods will never be successful. One must take to Krishna consciousness to become really happy. Otherwise, happiness is impossible. One might say that becoming advanced in spiritual life involves tapasya, voluntarily acceptance of some inconvenience. However, such inconvenience is not as dangerous as material attempts to mitigate all miseries. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karati vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande parmanantamadhum Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-Vedanta Swamini Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Nityananda Maham Nomi Sarvananda Karamparam Harinama Pradam Devam Avaduta Shiromanim Ananda Lila Maya Vigrahaya Hemam Divya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Maha Prem Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratishve Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So before I begin, I wish to seek blessings and good wishes from all the devotees, all the assembled devotees here. Before we come to today's verse, we would like to have an background or try to understand what happened in the previous chapter and gradually come to this verse. Following the instructions of Prahlad Maharaj, all the students who were in his class, they all started becoming devotees. And they became so serious devotees that their teachers, Shanda and Amarka, were very much afraid that now if all of them become devotees, Hiranyakashipu might kill us. So out of this fear, they themselves went to Hiranyakashipu and they approached him and they told everything about Prahlad's preaching. And Hiranyakashipu, when he heard about the glories of his son, that he is glorifying the Supreme Lord Hari, and not only him but now all of them are becoming devotees, then he decided to punish him. So he tried various ways of punishing him. And he became so angry at Prahlad that even though Prahlad was his son, but he didn't want to see him. He always attempted to kill him. Prahlad on the other side, he always offered his respectful obeisances to his father. He always wanted that his father should become a devotee of the Lord. He was preaching, he was glorifying the Lord. He was not preaching, he was simply glorifying Lord Hari. Whenever Hiranyakashipu used to ask him, no, you should not glorify Lord Hari. So he used to glorify the Lord more and more. So Hiranyakashipu, a typical demon, he always used to pose himself as Supreme Personality of Godhead or sometimes above Lord Vishnu. He's saying that I am the most strongest person in the whole of the world. Everything is created by me. So in this way, he used to glorify himself and Prahlad used to challenge him. But Prahlad used to say that, my dear father, you might say you are the Supreme, but the actual Supreme is Lord Hari. All the scriptures, all the sadhus, all the shastras, they say that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Hari. And he used to challenge them and he used to glorify Lord more and more, and he used to say that, dear father, the Supreme Lord is all pervading. He is even in your heart. So please try to understand that and accept the lotus feet of Lord Hari and you will be forgiven for all your offenses. So in this way, Prahlad Maharaj used to, again and again, he used to glorify Supreme Lord Hari, and Hiranyakashipu used to get more and more angry. So this was going on always. And one fine day, Hiranyakashipu said, enough is enough. All of you have tried all the means of killing my son, but now I am going to kill him myself because I am fed up of him now. So he asked Prahlad, so is your Supreme Lord Hari? Is he there in this column? Prahlad Maharaj thought, yes, if he is everywhere, then he should be in this column also. And when he understood, when Hiranyakashipu heard this philosophy that his Lord is everywhere, he became a little bewildered. I said, what nonsense, this is just a childish talk. I want to show to this Prahlad that his Lord Vishnu is not in this. So he banged his hand on this column. Initially, when the column broke, initially didn't see anything. But to keep the word of Prahlad Maharaj that the Lord is everywhere, the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Hari, he appeared from that column just to keep the word of Prahlad Maharaj. And as soon as Hiranyakashipu saw Lord Vishnu, he understood that this is Mahakal and he has come to kill me, he is my death. So he prepared himself for the fight. He took out his weapons and he began to fight with the Lord. And the Lord also was having a little fun with Hiranyakashipu. He also was fighting. The fight went for a long time, and then finally the Lord threw Hiranyakashipu on his lap, and with his nails he killed him with his nails. And Hiranyakashipu was finally killed. And after this whole scene happened, Narasimhadev was still angry. He wanted to fight more and more. So he went and continued fighting with so many other assistants of Hiranyakashipu. Some of Narasimha Puran says that 85,000 demons were killed by Lord Narasimhadev in a very short span of time. And when Narasimhadev was still not pacified, he still wanted to fight, and there was nobody to fight. All the devatas, all the demigods, everyone was there, and he knew that these people cannot fight with me. They cannot give me any pleasure. So Narasimhadev went and sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. And he sat down and he was roaring like a lion. He was still very angry, as if he is going to destroy the whole world. And then Brahma, Narada, all the demigods, Siddhas, Pitas, Vidyadharas, Nagas, Prajapatis, Gandharvas, Yakshas, all of them came and all of them started glorifying the Lord, so that he can stop, he should give up his anger. Brahma was saying, Shiva was saying, "Oh Lord, the demon has been killed. The whole world has been relieved from this demon Hiranyakashipu." Actually, yes, Hiranyakashipu was an greatest of all the demons. Brahmaji said that there will never be a demon like you there was never a demon like you in the past, and there will be never a demon like you in the future. You are the only one. So when Narasimhadev, he was been pacified by all of these people, but still he was not getting pacified. He was still angry and roaring like a lion, as if he is going to kill all of them. Even Lakshmiji was very afraid of going in front of Brahmaji was telling Lakshmiji, "You please go ahead and try to pacify your husband. You are always there with him, 24 hours. You are always pressing his lotus feet. I think you are the best person to go." And Lakshmiji just looked at Brahma and said, "Are you okay? Look as my husband. He is my husband, but he is in a very different mood. I have never seen this mood of my husband. He is very sweet and very loving, but now he is like in half man, half lion form. And it's very ferocious. Even I am afraid. I don't want to take any risk, If he just kicks me away, well, what will happen to me?" So Brahmaji said, "Prahlad, you are the best person. Go. You go and try to pacify the Supreme Lord." And Prahlad Maharaj was very confident about the affection of Lord Narasimhadev. He knew that he is my everything. Tumeva mata cha pita tumeva bandhu cha sakha. He is my everything. So Prahlad Maharaj went and offered his respectful obeisances to Lord Narasimhadev's lotus feet. He just went without any fear. And Narasimhadev, when he saw Prahlad, he immediately became cool down and he started licking him with his tongue. And then he kept his hand on Prahlad's head. And as soon as the lotus hands of the Lord were kept on Prahlad's head, all the transcendental knowledge was revealed to him. And then Prahlad Maharaj, he started glorifying the Supreme Lord. With how he was offering his prayers to the Lord in full spiritual knowledge and in full devotional ecstasy. He was folding his hands, and all the symptoms, Ashta Satvika Vikar, were manifested, but he wanted to glorify the Lord. He started glorifying the Lord. If you see in the case of Dhruv Maharaj also, when Dhruv Maharaj, by the mercy of Narada, when the Supreme Lord came in front of Dhruv Maharaj, he was not able to speak anything. Then the Lord touched his counsel to the cheek of Dhruv Maharaj, and then everything, all that transcendental knowledge was revealed, and he started speaking. So similarly here, Prahlad Maharaj has spoken already some verses, and today we are here. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "Soham priyasya surada paradevataya lila kathastav narasimha virancha gita anjastitarmaya anugrunan gunavipramukto durganite padayogalaya hamsa sangha." Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "My dear Lord Narasimhadev, by engaging in your transcendental loving service, in the association of your liberated, in the devotees, your liberated souls, I will become free from the contamination of material nature." So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, he has already seen the causeless mercy of Naradji. What a sadhu can do to a life. He has already seen that he was born in a demonic family. But by the causeless mercy of Narada, he is able to remember the Supreme Lord 24 hours, and he is able to see the Lord. So here, remembering Naradji, he is saying that, "Please, I am praying to you that keep me always in the association of your devotees." This is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. What is he praying? Prahlad, what is he praying? He's praying that I want to remain in association of devotees always, like which kind of devotees? Paramhamsas, Hamsa Sangha. These Hamsas or Paramhamsas are Premi Bhaktas. They are very dear to the Lord. They have captured Krishna in their hearts and they never forget the Lord even for a moment. And what is the result of such association? One might question, what is the result of such association? Then Prahlad Maharaj answers in this verse that if I always remain in this association, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of material world. And I shall become a pure devotee and I'll be always glorifying, I'll be always able to glorify you, my dear Lord. So please, I'm praying that please keep me always in the association of Premi Bhaktas, liberated souls, Mahajanas. He's praying, Prahlad is praying. If we see from the Narada's past life, let's go to Narada's past life. Narada was a son of a maid servant. And his mother used to serve in a Brahmana's house. And during the Chaturmasya, Bhakti Vedantas or sadhus, Srila Prabhupada writes Bhakti Vedanta, the sadhus came at this Brahmana's house and every day they used to speak Harikatha. Every day, morning and evening, every day they used to speak Harikatha. And this little boy, the son of a maid servant, used to hear it every day, all the time. He used to ask, he was very little, but with his capacity, he used to ask questions. He had an option to go and play, but no, he preferred to sit in the association of devotees and hear Harikatha. So, these Bhakti Vedantas, before they left, they initiated this boy. And they said that, we bless you, that you will become a pure unalloyed devotee of the Lord. Seeing this sincerity of this 5-year-old boy, they blessed him. And when the Bhakti Vedantas left, he was always contemplating, meditating on the instructions or all the transcendental pastimes which he has heard in the association of such Premi Bhaktas. He was eagerly waiting. He was eagerly hearing, meditating on them. And he was waiting, when will I be able to become like that? He was always thinking. And one fine day, Lord arranged that his mother left his world, left his body. And he decided to go towards the north. And when he came to a holy place, he took his bath and he sat in meditation, chanting the names given by the Bhakti Vedantas. And he was very easily able to fix his mind on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. He was remembering the form of the Lord. And by the Lord's mercy, the Lord himself manifested in his heart. And this little boy was very happy and very jubilant seeing the transcendental form of the Lord revealed to him. And he didn't want to leave that form. He wanted to always capture in his heart. He didn't want to leave him. But the Lord disappeared. And then this boy was still hankering for this darshan. But the Lord told him that now I have simply given you darshan so that you can develop some hankering for me. Now you have got my darshan. So now I want that you should glorify my form, my activities, my pastimes throughout the world. Go and travel. And after you leave this body, you will become one of my associates called Narad Muni. So this is the effect of Sadhu Sangha. Brahan Naradya Puran, it describes Bhaktistu Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parijayate. By the association of Premi Bhaktas, one develops bhakti. One develops bhakti only by association. One who has love for God, only that person can give us love for God. So, there are two types of sadhus. One which are sent by the Lord directly, and the second, those who come voluntarily, seeing the sufferings of the jivas. Where are they coming from? From the abode of the Lord. And what is their mission coming here? What is their mission? Their mission is same as the Lord. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, when he comes here, when he descends to this material world, what does he do? He performs so many wonderful pastimes. For what purpose? To attract the conditioned souls towards him. If you see from the life of Ramchandra, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the people who were associated with them, all of them got delivered. Sometimes it is said the entire universe got delivered. And the new sets of soul came in. So Lord's mission is to attract the conditioned souls towards Him. So when He comes here, He performs His pastimes and He makes them pure devotees. So sadhus, the mission of the sadhus is the same. What did Srila Prabhupada do? He went to the West and what did he do? He glorified himself? No. He glorified the form, pastimes, activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Hari. And simply glorified. And all of them, all the people in the Western world, they become devotees. They become convinced of the message of the Supreme Lord. They became devotees. So sadhu's mission is also the same. To attract the conditioned soul towards Krishna. This is the mission of a sadhu. So it is said that if there were no sun and moon, then will this world go on? There is no sunrise, there is no moon. Will this world go on? No. Similarly, if there are no sadhus, this Krishna's world, this Krishna's mission will not go on. So sadhus are always present. And all the pastimes of the Supreme Lord are recorded in Srimad Bhagavatam, in this Bhagavatam. They are recorded here. And the sadhus, what they do? They glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. They speak from it. And they help conditioned soul develop their relationship with the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. This is their mission. One might say, such sadhus are not available always. No, sadhus are always available. Yes, they are very rare. Such sadhus are very rare, but they are always available. Shuddha Bhaktas, pure devotees, are the bhushana, the ornaments of this world. Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas have stated that bhakti, bhakta and Bhagavan do not belong to this material world. So one might question, how will we get this association of sadhus? We cannot see these sadhus because our vision is contaminated. We will see a sadhu, we will see a sannyasi, but we will see fault in him. So if this is the mentality, then how will we see sadhus? We will see faults in everyone. This is my mentality. So how will I see sadhus? What is Prahlad Maharaj doing here? What is Prahlad Maharaj doing to get it? What is he doing to get it? He is praying to Lord Narasimhadev. What is he praying? That please keep me always in the association of your Hamsas, Paramhamsas, devotees, liberated souls. This is what Prahlad Maharaj is praying in this verse. So what we should do then? We should do the same thing. We should pray. We should pray every day. When we come to temple, when we offer our pranams to Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balram and Radhesham, we should pray every day that please, I want to become your pure devotee. I want to become a pure soul. Please help me. Please help me send these devotees who can bring me closer to you. So this should be the prayer. If you carefully see all the prayers in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you carefully see all the prayers in Srimad Bhagavatam, all these prayers, these two things are what everybody is hankering for. Association of Premi Bhakta and Prema Bhakti. These two things, everybody is hankering. Read carefully. All these prayers of Kunti Maharani, Bhishma and all so many other exalted personalities are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. All of them are saying the same thing. Association of Premi Bhaktas. They are all hankering, they are all praying to the Lord that please give us your association of your Premi Bhaktas. Now what happens in this? What happens exactly when one gets this association? What happens? Prahlad Maharaj says, one becomes completely uncontaminated by the association of three modes of material nature. This is he saying in this verse. So one might say, what will happen when we come in association of sadhus? These sadhus, they are coming from the spiritual world. They are glorifying the Supreme Lord Hari. They have nothing to do with this material world. They have no business here. They don't want anything from the material world because they are coming from the spiritual world. What will they want from here? they are also above the modes of material nature. There's some sadhus who are all above the modes of material nature. So when we associate with them, when we hear Krishna Katha from them, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam from them, then we'll become like them. This program of discussing Bhagavatam every day, why has Srila Prabhupada started this? So that every day we come in contact with Prahlad Maharaj, every day we come in contact with Dhruv Maharaj, with Jad Bharat, every day we come in contact with Pandavas, by hearing about them, by discussing about them, every day we come in contact with such exalted persons. And by hearing about them constantly, we'll develop a greed to become like them. When we hear about someone every day, when we associate with him, we are actually associating with all these personalities in the Bhagavatam. By these Bhagavatam classes, we are actually associating with them. And by hearing about them regularly, one will become like them. An intelligent person will never hanker for eating, mating, sleeping and defending, but he will always hanker, he will be always disturbed that when will I come in association of devotees? And he will be always hankering for hearing, he will be greedy for hearing Harikatha. Once I heard a sadhu saying that how will you find out what is your state of consciousness? How is your progress in Krishna consciousness? The progress of Krishna consciousness can be easily identified by finding out, by asking oneself how much are we greedy for association of hearing the glories of the Lord. So more and more we are greedy, that means everything is okay. If we are not greedy for hearing about the glories, form, pastimes and activities of the Lord, that means something is wrong with us. If there is no greed, then we have to develop that greed by praying every day. When you pray every day, gradually this prayer will turn into a cry. And it will become so condensed that simply by these prayers to the Lord Hari, all our contaminations within our heart will be removed. Our society, ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada has given such a nice platform for all of us to come to the platform of pure devotional service. He has established temples all over the world. He has given us Srimad Bhagavatam. He has given us holy name. So many things. This Krishna is present in the form of Archa Vigraha. Krishna is present in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is present in the form of sadhus. Krishna is present in the form of the holy name. So all this is just for one reason, to attract the conditioned souls towards Him. This is an arrangement of the Lord. Via the medium of Srila Prabhupada, there's all this arrangement. So many Prabhupada's disciples, so many of them, they are taking so much efforts to open temples, to establish the Lord at so many places. One cannot, who could have thought that now almost so many tirthas are there. Wherever the Lord is there, that place is a tirtha. It is not that only Vrindavan is a tirtha now. Wherever the Supreme Lord is there in the Western countries also, if the Lord is staying there in the temple, then that place is a tirtha. So this is an opportunity for us to come to temple and discuss about the forms, activities and pastimes of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada, he writes in the purport. He says that accepting the thoughts of the exalted authorities through disciplic succession is certainly much easier than the method of mental speculation. So it's very important that we follow on the paths of the previous acharyas, follow on the paths of the sadhus, gurus and the Vaishnavas, the exalted authorities. This is the best process to accept we accept the instructions of these sadhus, we follow them, and then easily by their causeless mercy, by the mercy of the sadhus, we become liberated. Liberated from the conditioned nature. And what is liberation for the devotees? What does actually liberation means? Liberation for devotees means to become an associate of the Supreme Lord. This is a liberation. From the Bhagavatam, there are so many incidences. Life of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was the emperor of the whole world. He was ruling the whole world. But once he was cursed to die in 7 days. So what did he do? When he understood that he is going to die in 7 days, what did he do? Did he try to make an effort to stop the death? No. He accepted this as a mercy of the Lord, and he left his kingdom and went out for seeking sadhu sangha. And when Parikshit Maharaj went on the bank of Ganges, all the sadhus from throughout the universe appeared there to see what's going to happen in the life of Maharaj Parikshit. And seeing these sadhus, seeing all these exalted devotees, Parikshit Maharaj inquired from them two things. What should I do? Because now I am going to leave my body in 7 days. Which is that activity which I must do, by which I can attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And other question was, which is the activity one always has to perform all throughout his lifetime? So they were all discussing. All these big sadhus, they were all there, whose lifespan was, some of them were thousands of years old, some of them were chirayu. They are never going to die. Such exalted devotees were present in the assembly, and they were discussing about Parikshit's question. And as the discussion was going on, Shukadeva Goswami, Vyasanandan Shukadeva Goswami appeared there. And all of this great exalted devotees, they stood up seeing Shukadeva Goswami. And they said to Parikshit, go, Lord Krishna has sent your answer. Go and associate with Shukadeva Goswami. So Parikshit Maharaj worshipped Shukadeva Goswami, and then Shukadeva Goswami answered his 2 questions. He said, the answer is Srimad Bhagavatam. Let us take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam for next 7 days, and I assure you that you will perfect your life. So simply, it's a simple process. Prahlad Maharaj also says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. It's a very simple process of hearing about the Lord. And Parikshit Maharaj heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukadeva Goswami, and he perfected his life. There are so many incidences. In Padma Puran, there is an incident of Atmadev Brahman. So Atmadev Brahman had a son called Dundukari, who became a ghost. And even though he performed all kinds of sinful activities. This Dundukari, before he could become a ghost, he performed all kinds of sinful activities. Then he was associating with prostitutes, and then that prostitute killed this Dundukari, and then he became a ghost. So his brother Gokarna, he performed Shraddha ceremony in Gaya, the place where when somebody performs Shraddha ceremony in that place, one will get liberated. So Gokarna performed Shraddha ceremony there, but he still found out that Dundukari is not delivered. Dundukari told Gokarna, he was in a ghostly body, he told that even if you perform thousands and thousands of such sacrifices for me, I won't get delivered. Then Gokarna, he stopped sun god, and he inquired from the sun god, oh sun god, you know the transcendental science the Lord has spoken to you. Now you please tell me, what is the way, which is that way by which this Dundukari, my brother, will be delivered? And sun god said, take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. If your brother Dundukari hears Srimad Bhagavatam, he will be delivered. So a big program was arranged. Like we have so many seminars, and here so many things are there in our temple. So like that big program was arranged. And Gokarna spoke the Bhagavatam which was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami for 7 days. And on the last day, Dundukari, his ghostly body was transformed into a form of a Vaikuntha, the associate of the Lord of Vaikuntha. He was transformed to 400 form of the Lord. So this is the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this Srila Prabhupada has established these temples throughout the world for this reason, and he has made a system where we can discuss Srimad Bhagavatam every day. So that simply by hearing about the glories of the Lord and activities and pastimes, after we give our body, we will also become an associate of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj, if you see, he himself, he has experienced this. And out of he has seen the mercy of Sadhu, he has seen the mercy of Narad Muni. He's seeing that he's a condition. He was born in a demonic family, and his association was not that good. Wherever he used to see asuras. His father was a demon. His friends were demons. His mother was not from a Brahmana family or something. His mother was also a demon. But even among this situation, Narad ji gave the transcendental science, the principles of, he taught Bhagavad Dharma to Prahlad Maharaj in the womb. So sometimes devotees asked, his mother also heard. So why didn't his mother remember all the instructions? Actually, it was the mercy of Narad Muni on Prahlad Maharaj. The messages were only intended for Prahlad. And by the mercy of Prahlad Maharaj himself said that by the mercy of Naradji, I am able to remember all these things. Because when the students inquired, when Prahlad's friends inquired from Prahlad, how come your mother doesn't remember all these things and you are remembering? He said, this is the mercy of my Gurudev, Naradji. So, it is our duty as to follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. He has taken so much pain and effort to write this Srimad Bhagavatam. If you see the schedule of Srila Prabhupada when he was traveling throughout the world, how did he get time to write all this elaborate purports? How did he get such time? He was working in the night. When everybody used to sleep, he was on his dictaphone and he used to record this Bhagavatam. And this Bhagavatam which Srila Prabhupada has given us, it is a summary of all the acharyas. He has given us the essence of all the acharyas. So it is our duty as a follower of his followers that we should at least make an attempt to read it every day. If he has made such an effort to write Srimad Bhagavatam, for whom? For whom did he write? For all of us. So that we can understand this transcendental message. And he has given us in a language in which we can understand. And everything is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Everything is there. Imagine if he might have not written this Srimad Bhagavatam, the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the process was to learn Sanskrit language and then try to understand the tikas of the various acharyas. But was it possible? It was not easily possible to read all the tikas of that. Then there is so many, some acharyas saying this, some acharyas saying that. But here we have an essence of all the tikas of the acharyas in this Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is very important for us to take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, just like Parikshit Maharaj did, just like Dundukari did, just like Prahlad Maharaj and all the great personalities in Srimad Bhagavatam. They have heard about the glories of the Lord and perfected their lives. So there are three ways of taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. One is by hearing, whenever we get chance to hear about them. Second is by reading every day. We distribute books. Yes, we are distributing books. For what purpose? So that people will read it. But we forget that we also have to read it. We also have to read these books every day. 30 minutes, 1 hour every day, we should read it. And then third way is to speaking, glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, speaking about it. These are the three ways by which one can remain engaged in serving of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you very much. Any questions? Oh, Hare Krishna.
So, just like you said, hearing the Bhagavatam, but yes, people in their family, if somebody dies, so they see that we should hear the Bhagavatam, and they keep the picture of the person who is dead, and that he is listening to the Bhagavatam. So, can you say that how is Buddhist people they are being delivered by listening to this Bhagavatam?
Yes, if during the 13 days, if somebody recites the Bhagavatam, certainly he will get the benefit. And also, one can offer the result of recitation of the Bhagavatam to that soul, and he will get the benefit. So if some non-devotees, they are non-devotees, but they are calling us, then it is an opportunity for us to help them to become devotees, come closer to Krishna. So yes, we should glorify Bhagavatam and offer the result to that soul. It is actually that soul's good fortune that somebody is inviting us to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. So yes, he will, even if he might not hear, but we can offer the result. And what is the result of is that he will get association of devotees and will become a devotee himself. Hare Krishna.